Hi, I am Alex from Triple Effect Social, and I'm here with Melissa McFarland, CEO of Creative Successful Entrepreneurs. We're back for another episode of our series about integrating creativity into business. And so I have some questions today that I think a lot of you will find interesting, hopefully. So the first question, Melissa, is why do you think that creatives are well suited to building their own businesses?
Oh, because two things. And this is a particular type of business, but a creative business, let's say typically often a service-based business, um, has a focus of solving a problem. A lot of business comes out of, hey, there's a problem or a void or a gap in the world, and I want to, we as a team, whatever, we as an individual starting a business want to solve that problem. People we want to help, problems we want to solve, and businesses flourish in that kind of a question field. Who do I want to help? What problem do I want to solve? So the creative is doing that also in his or her their creative work, right? I see something, I hunger for something, there's a void, there's a opportunity, there's a lifting, there's an expansion of something that I want to be a part of, and so I'm going to lean into that, right? So it's a very natural place for a creative to play, is to look into the space called what is needed and to deliver something into it, to create something new where nothing has existed, or to leverage or enhance or improve something that already exists, right? So that's a natural extension of creative impulse over into the world of monetization, finance, that part of the world. So that's number one. Why creatives are suited well is because it's where they live anyway, is in problem solving, right? But the other reason why creatives are really, really well suited for businesses is because of their adaptability, their specific set of skill set. So first of all, there is nobody that's gone into a creative career, and I know everyone is creative. Alex, everybody says, well, people have asked me more and more now, because it used to be you'd say, I work with creatives, and people would say, I don't even know what that is. Now people say, isn't everybody creative? It's like, okay. So finally, everyone knows what being creative is. And most people know what a creative is. So the distinction, though, is that those who choose to go into a career as a creative are willing to risk. And that's what we need in a business. A business is about risking, is about going out where no one has gone before and having a solution, or creating trying something new. So creatives are used to that. They're used to living on the edge. They actually love it. They actually require it of themselves. I want to be different, new, inventive, and better. So that's a very normal creative space for, a place for a creative to be in. And then finally, creatives, that adaptability, that I want to take a little bit of this, a little bit of that. They're very good observers. They're very good listeners. All those skill sets meet out to be a very good match for building a business. The challenge is that most creatives don't think about building a business for themselves. They think about being the product to sell, but they don't think about creating the business around them to sell them. And when they do, they can take off like wildfire because of those previous reasons.
Very cool. And do you believe that creatives can actually make a difference with their businesses? Because a lot of creatives got into it because we have something to say, want to make a difference in the world. Can they make a difference with their business?
All right. So the truth about making a difference with your business is that you have to have the right attitude. And we do deal with this a lot at CSE. It's one of the first things we kind of surgically get in there and remove with a new client, a new creative. And that is that creatives tend to, at first, think about their business as something separate and something that should work for them. Like, my business should support me. And when that's the case, they cannot make a difference with their business. And in fact, their business really is cut off at the knees. If we can help a creative to remember and understand, or really get that a business is a collaborator, it's something that will need things from you, that when you give it to them, to the business will begin to flourish and will take you with it. So if the creative understands that business is something that is happening in the crosshair between a very clear need in the world and the solution that you provide as a creative, and that intersection right there, that crosshair of commerce, is where money is going to transact. When they understand that that's where money is and that that's what business is, and they respect that there is no money if there is no business if there isn't a need being answered, well, then they can really listen to what is the need, and they can get very good at answering that need in really creative ways that are so spot on for that client, that customer, that customer or client loves them and loves the business that they've created and wants to be right there with them. So yes, if they have respect for the crosshair, if they respect that business is not about just, helping them go off and be creative. It's about a collaboration and about answering a real need that exists in the world, not from them, but from their clients. If they can trust that as they answer that need that is in the world with their own gifts, there will be a lot of need of their own that will get fulfilled, then we're off to the races. And oh boy, can they make a huge difference, not only and firstly for themselves by stabilizing, getting reliable, repeatable income, but then more expansively to having their gifts actually make a bigger difference. I was giving you an example of Dylan, one of our writing clients. He's a writer, and when he built Active Voice Productions, his ability, his impact in the world has just mushroomed, not only with people, his perception and his talent, his understanding around writing itself, getting out there. So many more writers are writing because of him and all of that, but also, and understanding what really good writing is and all of that. So they're producing really good stuff, but also his own work has expanded and is now able, because he can put some money into it. It is, and also because of just the cross-pollination of the ideas that happen between the two businesses. So that it's really, instead of trying to working really hard on something that's going to get seen by 10 people or read by 100, he's now working on things that can be seen by 1,000, 100,000 and embraced by the world. So yeah, they can make a big difference if they will understand what it is and lean into that with a collaborative nature.
Yeah, great. It sounds like it's partly about the understanding and shifting of mindset so that you can make that difference, because maybe it's us that hold ourselves back from that.
Totally. As though when we're too elitist about our talent and separatist about it.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Melissa. We're going to come back with another episode, and we hope you all are enjoying these.